Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of DodoBorne. It's me, your GM, and your icosahedron, Isaac Allen Burns. And joining with me today are three other platonic solid polyhedrons. To my left, my tetrahedron, I have one, Rowan Collins.
You're making me do math on this episode?
And next to Rowan Collins is my octahedron, one, Joe Diamity.
You're making me learn words, and that makes me uncomfortable.
And next to Joe, we have one dodecahedron named Annie Hawthorne.
That's 12, right?
And that's right. And for those who are listening, just so you know, a platonic solid is a convex regular polyhedron in three-dimensional Euclidean space, which is super cool because those are also the shapes of all your dice. That's right. We're here to teach you something. You're here to learn something. And I think without further ado, your D20, your icosahedron, Isaac Allen Burns, are going to take you on a new journey in the world of Altea. Pause for music.
If you're a dodo, maybe you don't know. Maybe you have wings that don't do a thing. Maybe there's something to all that is nothing. No looking back, go the way of the dodo. But if we can't be great, extinction could be safe. Adventure and romance, mystery and nonsense. Some fear and some hope, fooling us all goes. So maybe we all know the way of the dodo.
Anyways, just to recap the last episode, our gang went to sleep. They had revealing dreams, perhaps, that dove into some of their greatest nightmares. Or was it all just crazy dream logic? I guess we're going to find out. But in any case, they woke up with a variety of emotions regarding what they had all seen. Kapi left in a hurry to confront Cyrus himself, claiming that he knew stuff that he wasn't letting the people in on. Kapi also questioning why he was still a rookie after 8 long years. Meanwhile, our two friends,
Best friends,
best friends,
please.
Crank and Pistachio, went to the bakery and talked to Scarlet, who revealed some dramatic news in that she was getting married off to one of the nephews of Viscount Edgar Balthazar. In shock, they asked if she thought that Kapi would take her away if he knew that she still somewhat had feelings for him. Kapi, at the time, was interrogating random citizens of the town. Finally getting back together, our three heroes elected to go to the barracks based on some news that they heard from Miles the bartender that Stethaniel got his leg broken by none other than Ash. We find them now on the way to the barracks. As you know, this is a very small town. Wilderness is all around you. And as you walk towards the barracks, you step past the wooden gates that sort of surrounds the town. When I say gates, I'm being so generous. It's the kind of like just gates that were put up there just to say you have a gate. It's not really going to defend anything because, Dragon Road hasn't seen that kind of action. But you step outside, you pass by two older peacekeepers, right? Some of the vets who've been here a long time. Most of what they do is just kind of sit at the gate. They nod to you as you leave. As you head towards the barracks, you swear once again in the corner of your eye as you look out in the forest, there's just a twinkle. Strange twinkling, almost like a glow beckoning you towards it. But you've got a mission and you keep walking. The barracks outside of here were set up during the Civil War, so they are very recent and very modern. It was originally thought that this was going to be a sort of headquarters for the Voldane army. Unfortunately, due to its lack of tactical positioning of Brackenroad, it didn't really surmount. So you've got like a huge barracks. It's like 3 stories, could probably hold about 100 soldiers, and 6 people are in it. So, but you head up to the front gates and you see there they are, the barracks. The gates are open. The barracks are just ahead of you.
Let's go in.
Yeah.
All right.
You head up. You knock on the door and they swing open lazily because no one's guarding it. And inside you see one of the peacekeepers who's there. He's on front desk duty today, and he is fully asleep.
Hello? I like try and tap him lightly.
Attention, soldiers! Alert! You three, are you scheduled for a meeting today?
Are you in a place of being able to question?
Yes, I am. I am the front desk sergeant. I'm not a sergeant, but I'm the front desk person. And state your business here immediately.
Yeah, we're just looking for a blue guy with horns.
We're also looking for Nathaniel. We heard he broke his leg.
Those two things are related. We heard of a blue horned individual who was harassing one of our soldiers and wound up attacking him. And though our soldier deftly evaded his blows, he tripped on a rock and broke his leg. And that is the story we were told by that soldier. But you want information on the blue horned individual. Do you have any information for us?
Well,
Speak with your chest, soldier.
yeah, the blue horned individual broke that guy's leg
What?
in half.
That doesn't track
Witness
with
corroborated.
this doesn't track with the story we were told.
Well,
One of these must be a lie.
considering Nathaniel's kind of embellishing a lot of their stories, maybe it's that one.
What? You would accuse your fellow soldier of hyperbole?
Yes.
Yes.
These soldiers need more discipline. What to do here? I'm at a loss. Well,
We can figure it out for you if you let us talk to Nathaniel.
this is true. A professional should look into this. Well, Gumshoes, I'm officially hiring you as private investigators.
Ooh.
So follow me to the victim. And he marches down the hall.
I march behind him.
I look at Kapi and Craig and go, okay, so what's the plan? This guy, who's the good cat? Who's the bad cop? And who's the incompetent cop?
Guys, let's not give in to the theatrics here. Everything these people do is just so...
So you want to be the good
He's
cop? this time?
definitely not okay. He's not giving into the theatrics.
Oh, yeah,
Crank
he's
says this
definitely-
as he's marching behind the guy, as you're walking behind.
All right. I'm not going to play good cop with Nathaniel. First off, his name is Nathaniel.
Oh,
I'm not going to pretend to have a grown-up conversation with a man named Nathaniel. Grow up.
Yeah, what a dumb
Oh,
name.
yeah.
I'm not
what is
really
it?
sure he picked that name.
Yeah, I think his parents probably picked that name.
Yeah,
I-
probably
I
because they knew
think-
he was never going to grow up. All right.
See, he seems to be a little better.
Yeah, that was more Cappy like, I will
Okay.
say.
All right, Kapi, you can be the bad cop then.
Perfect.
As in the badass cop. Yo!
Language,
Okay.
soldier, says the soldier in front of you.
I'm sorry.
Eventually he leads you to a door with a 9-pointed star on it that says infirmary. Busting inside. Well, I say busting. That sounds really. Sorry, let me try that again. Let me take that again. Opening the door.
Buy the barrack dinner first.
He does not pull a episode 25 of Neon Evangelion. He instead goes. That was a deep cut for two
That's
people.
a deep cut.
He walks inside the door very calmly, as a soldier would, and stands at attention. And you see inside is a bed, a single bed. And laying on that bed is Nathaniel, his leg in a cast and his face in a frown. And he sees the three of you and his eyes roll. He says, come to gloat that I broke my leg by falling on a rock?
That's
Here to
not
make
true,
fun
and
of
we
me?
both know it.
What? What do you know?
Oh, I love badass Craig.
I would
I
love-
whisper to Pistachio.
What do you mean, robot? You don't know anything.
I know more than you think I know.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Expound.
It means I talked to the bartender.
Oh, shit.
Hi, real quick. Have you seen Neffany? For no reason, just a
Nothing's out on patrol right now.
yeah. Neffany's okay. Anyways, Crank, do your thing.
So what happened between you and Ash?
Well, I was at the bar waiting for you losers to go get eaten by a acid burrow or whatever.
Picked a fight.
I did not pick a fight. He came in and he was talking to me. He seemed cool at first, and then he called me a government dog.
Couldn't handle his one drink.
I was not
Like Cappy's just like
intoxicated.
walking back and forth behind Crank, like the worst hype man you've ever seen.
He started calling me a bunch of inappropriate things that I did not appreciate.
Like
Were
what?
probably true.
Oh.
And so I told him to stick it where the sun don't shine.
You
and,
did, and you probably coward.
and he told me that he could take me. And so I said, you can't take a proud soldier of Voldane. So we went outside And before I could swing on him, I tripped on a rock and broke my leg.
Uh-huh.
Rock kicked your ass.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen this man before?
No, I'd never seen him before. He was just
Likely
he just showed
story.
up. He was talking shit. And then
Likely story.
after he watched me break my leg.
You mean
he-
broke your leg in half?
I want to do a presence check.
Yeah.
Or a presence.
Ooh. Yeah.
Well-
What are you trying to do?
Hang on.
What's Kapi trying to do?
I want to do an instinct check. I lied. I want to perceive.
Oh, okay. Do it up.
My instinct is a +0.
Okay. Do it up.
That's a 10 with hope.
What
With
are you
hope.
looking at? What are you perceiving?
Oh, yeah. I guess I'm just I'm trying to perceive if he knows anything else, or if there's anything else that's like part of the story that he's leaving out, besides the fact that he obviously got his ass kicked.
Yeah. So this is definitely an instinct check. You can tell a 10 with hope. That's pretty good. That would succeed at sussing out something. So as this guy's talking, sometimes when we're trying to tell a lie, it's best to tell half truths. This guy is
We're
definitely
here to teach you something.
We're here to teach you something. And so as you are watching him talk about it, he is clearly lying about his leg getting broken. Like clearly it was broken by this guy.
Mhm.
But the way that he is talking about this guy, because he talks a little more about it, the way that you notice he talks about it is he almost seems uncomfortable by him. Not in a way of like, oh, I'm mad that he broke my leg. I would take him on again. More like, I don't want to mess with that dude again. And it seems to go beyond just he got overtaken in battle.
Nathaniel.
What?
I want to like flip the chair around and sit in it like a old teacher. I feel like I've already done this bit, but I'm gonna do it
This is
again. in
Kapi's
case I
thing.
did. Yeah.
This is how Kapi talks.
He flips the chair around. He sits next. Nathaniel, listen, we all get scared sometimes. I don't, but I could see how someone named Nathaniel would.
He's lying.
Crank,
He's a good cop.
crank, not in front of the kids. So listen, why don't you help us out? Okay. Just can you tell us anything about where he went? If there was any part of the story that you feel you've left out, besides him obviously breaking your leg. Was there foul play? Was there magic? Was there anything that you can give us about what happened and or where he went? And we'll go take care of that big bad man for you.
He's bristling at you with your condescending tone.
I kiss him on the forehead.
Kind of like, he's like, oh, don't touch me. I'll get you right now. If my leg hadn't been broken by falling on a rock, what I would do.
Oh, really? Okay. And Pistachio will reach out to his leg and just like tap it really hard.
Ow!
And then they tap it really hard. They will cure it by 3 hit points.
3 hit points. You heal the leg. Pistachio, we flash back to a conversation that you had once with the priest. The priest is talking to you. This is shortly after the Quackers incident, and you're sitting there in front of the priest, and the priest says, look, kid, Pistachio, I don't know quite how to tell you this, but see, magic and various connections to healing magic is very useful for healing various maladies and wounds and diseases. And when we use too much magic, there are certain side effects that can occur. Think of it like there are parts of the body that will grow weaker as that sort of relies on magic, right? Another thing is that the body sometimes heals very slowly. And so magic is a very fast process a lot of times. And so when things heal very quickly, it can often be a very painful, like for instance, if you broke your arm and it doesn't get set properly and you just use magic to fix the arm, it's gonna be a very painful process of where the bones sort of mend themselves, but in a way that's a little less natural. And even when the bones are set, if they get healed instead of like allowing time for the body to naturally heal it, it can be very painful. It's really good in high intense situation because when adrenaline is pumping, you won't even feel it. You know, your soul acts as a natural defense mechanism, but you know, in a lot of ways, that's why people become doctors because we need to learn ways, you know, holistically to do it. And Pistachio, I really got to tell you, I know you really want to be a doctor, and you have really great grades, but you have really good grades for someone who is here in Bracken Road, right? If you want to go to a really good medical college, being from here has certain challenges. So maybe try a year of being in the Adventuring Guild. And that could probably propel you to be able to get into those schools where you could be a doctor. How does that sound to you?
You mean they won't take me from here because I'm what? We're bad at teaching?
No, it's not that we're bad at teaching. It's just that certain individuals who want to pursue this line of work have various resources that we just don't have access to here. Some of them have tutors, their schools are able to provide more for them. It's not that we're bad, it's just that we don't have access to those resources.
So what? I gotta heal like 15 broken legs and like patch up like 12 different stitches and like see the inside of somebody's skull before they'll take me on?
Well, think of it as experience is a great teacher, right? If you're someone who has a year of experience in the Adventuring Guild where you're healing people in high intense situations, having to make those snap decisions, that can go a far way in sort of the placement. So you can certainly still try. I just think that, take a year just to see what medicine can be like. Because I think that if you spend that time healing people in that way, I think you'll get a really good appreciation for how important like proper medicine and proper healing is. You can't just slap a broken leg and make it mend together just like that. And we cut forward and you hear a vicious grinding of bone. And Nathaniel screams really loudly and grips his leg and says, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
so that's what the priest meant.
Okay. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay. Look, okay. Yeah, he broke my leg. Okay. He moved so fast. I tried to hit it with the roundhouse kick, because the roundhouse kick's so strong. I get hit so hard. And yet he got around it, got behind it, had my leg above my head. And next thing I know, I felt a sharp pain and I was on the ground. And he leaned down and whispered into my ear and he said, soon this will all be dust and ash. And then he walked away and he walked like kind of northeast. Okay. And it was freaky. And next thing, and then Nephany comes up and says that all of you ran off towards somewhere. And then I passed out from the pain. Okay. But it was really freaky. He looked at me with eyes of like, he's freaky. Okay. I didn't like that guy.
Hey, thank you. Sorry about your leg. Quick huddle,
I
guys.
think I'm going to pass out.
Here's some Pistachio will grab into their fanny pack. They will have like a little thing of alcohol and that'll say, "Here you go. I should have done that first."
He is fully passed out. His eyes have rolled into the back of his head.
I will just like splash it on his face.
My eyes! Oh, my eyes! Oh, what kind of my eyes? Oh, burns!
Holy.
Get out of my room! Get out of here. Okay, you win.
yeah,
Is that what you wanted to hear, you blue guy? You win, okay?
Not like this. Come on, Pistachio.
My eyes burn so bad and my leg hurts so bad.
Frank,
and
this is
everything.
your one job is to watch Pistachio and make sure that they don't get weird.
I was doing incompetent cop. Did I do it too good?
You
It was very convincing to me.
very convincing. Let's go have the huddle.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
I like kneel to be a part of the huddle. And just,
I like
drop to
stand on my
one
tiptoes.
knee.
Okay, so
Craig's now at eye
northeast.
level with Kapi.
So northeast. Okay, okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but did you see a sparkle, a glint, a glimmer in the northeast direction?
Northeast what?
Direction.
Okay.
What did you think I said? Get out of here, you sicko.
I feel like Kapi wouldn't admit if he did. You know what, kid? Let's assume you saw a sparkle, a glint, a glimmer in the north direction.
Northeast.
Northeast direction.
Did you see it, Craig?
Direction.
I think so. It was like it was there and not. I wasn't sure if I was dreaming again.
I think we need to go that direction.
Okay.
We need to be ready.
All right, listen, I'm willing to take lead on this, not because I saw anything. I feel like we've been spending too much time together, right? You guys are talking about having the same dreams and seeing the same glimmer.
We're
I just-
becoming a real team, Kapi. We're like brothers, only closer.
That was very
Okay. So yeah, let's go.
Yes,
good.
that was a SpongeBob joke.
Do
Thank
I
you.
looking at Kapi while he's
Uh-oh.
pretending not to know all of this?
Yeah.
Do I think he's lying about the dream and about the glimmer?
Oh, give me an instinct check.
I feel like
I've s-
Pistachio trusts Kapi 100%, except around their mother, so will not even try.
That's only a 9 with fear.
A 9 with fear. This is something small, so I'm just gonna bank that fear. I'm gonna bank it. So I now have another fear. Hi, me, GM Isaac Allen Burns here. I currently quite a few fear. I can't wait to find out how I'll use it. Anyway, back to the story. You look at Kapi. Kapi is in a state. I think that's the thing you can tell most. There's a lot going on in Kapi's mind. Whether or not he did or didn't see it, something has kind of maybe gotten under his skin. Maybe it's thrown him off balance. Maybe he's off kilter. I don't think Crank knows, but Crank can definitely tell something's going on with Kapi.
Well, as we're walking towards the northeast, I will just be like, "How are you doing, Kapi?
Oh, I'm good, Crank.
You seem weird."
Weird? Me? First off,
yes.
I'm the coolest one out of this trio. I want to be very clear.
Yeah, that's
you know,
why it's
I'm
weird.
I don't emit heat, so I don't think that's true.
Oh, good point.
You just seem not yourself today. Would you like some fabric? I can probably find you some.
No, I think I've got all the fabric I need, Cranky.
I've got more apple fritters.
Okay, I'll take an
I'll like
apple fritter.
pull out an apple fritter.
Yeah, I just eat it. Like, for some.
You know, if you ever want to talk, I'm here. I don't have ears, but I do have audio receptors.
Crank. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I just think we're all probably hiding stuff, right?
Oh.
Like, where do you go with the red eyes? Where does Pistachio when they're talking about being a doctor and also doing magic? And
Well, if
we
I
turn
had-
into a dodo once an episode. I just think.
What's an episode?
I just think that maybe it's better for us in the long run that we don't get too close. Right, Crank? Because you're going to go be a wizard. That's the plan, right?
You're
and-
not coming with me
To
to be a wizard?
To Polaris?
I invited Scarlet too.
No. Scarlet has her life mapped out here.
I don't know if
Scarlet
that's true.
is going to do very well.
I don't know if that's true either.
And I also have my life mapped out here.
I don't think that's true either. But if it makes you feel better, I can tell you where I go and my eyes turn red. I shrink down really, really small and I go deep, deep inside, and all I can do is see and hear, and I don't have control over my actions.
Wait a
that's all.
second. Hold on. That doesn't sound healthy either. As the resident doctor in training, I think you should see a doctor.
I don't know if what I need is a machinist. But anyway, I'm not trying to hide anything.
Okay. Well, why do you want to become a wizard?
Well, I want to become a wizard because my master was a wizard and he was going to do great things and I need to carry on his legacy.
He was a mentor?
He was my mentor.
Yeah. Did he support you?
I think so. I think we supported each other.
Yeah.
He taught me a few things. He
That's
gave me
cool.
these fancy gauntlets. They somehow turn on. I haven't been able to figure that out yet.
They look cool, Crank.
Yeah, they hit hard.
Well, it sounds like
But
he set you up for success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did your mentor not set you up for success?
Oh God.
Kapi,
is-
I feel like it would help you if it got out of your body.
If it got out of my body.
Yeah, whatever you're not saying is stuck in here between your shoulders right here.
Yeah, I think it comes out your eyes.
My eyes.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sometimes can
And
do that.
sometimes we can get some cloth to help.
If it would make you feel better, I could turn it to an emotional support dodo.
This is feeling like more of an intervention the further we walk. Guys, I just want to save the town. Don't we all want to save the town?
We
Save
do.
the Apple Festival, save the girl,
Yeah.
Save the barista, save the world.
save the barista, save the world.
Yes.
Save
Right?
the barista.
All right, hands in. Crank first, because I don't want it crushed. All right, hand in. Pistachio on top.
I am on top.
All right. save the town and stop bringing up emotional trauma on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I
Save the
refuse to
town and
do
avoid
that.
the emotional trauma on 3.
Trauma.
Woo!
I refuse to make that promise.
I mean, I don't know. Is it? Never mind.
The three of you have been walking for a while. And as you look up, time has gotten almost past you guys. The sun is beginning to sink lazily down towards the horizon. And it's probably about late afternoon when the three of you, following some kind of path, it's weird. You look down at the ground, you don't see a path, but your feet seem to know where to go. Almost something pulling you towards it. You find yourself in a sort of glen close to the mountains up north. There are stones and ruins overgrown with trees and vines all around. Something was here at one point, but now it's well taken over by nature. Three of you step finally into this little clearing within the glen. Behind this clearing, you can see almost a sheer wall, a cliff face of the mountain. And yet, in front of it, you see this large circular dais. It seems very familiar to the three of you, almost like what you saw in that dream. The three of you are standing there. You see towards the back of this dais, the opposite side from where you stand, is what looks like an altar with a small indent going across it. It is empty, but it is there. And this is what the three of you see.
I imagine
I don't think I like it here.
I imagine it's one of those things where we were having that conversation and then we just look up and all of a sudden we're there, but we don't really know how we ended up there.
A
Yeah,
la
put your
the
hand
end of Mulan's, like, I'll make a man out of you when they just look up and there's a decimated village. That's the, like, cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see overgrown ruins all around you. And yet this clearing here, not a speck of dust on the stones of this dais.
What the?
Is it quiet or do we hear the sounds of nature?
You hear the rustling of the leaves in the trees. You hear a distant twitter of a bird. You hear the rustling of underbrush. Nature is very much alive here.
Should I talk to the grass
I mean, there's birds.
or birds? Would it make you more comfortable if I talked to birds?
I just think if we're going off the things that might be able to help us.
Oh, that's true. They are more Brady. I look around to see if there's a bird that I can talk to.
Yeah, you look around, Pistachio, and you see with your eyes as you're looking, you see a lone tern sitting on a branch high above you.
Okie dokie. I will try to talk to it.
Very good. Use that ability that you have.
I sure will. I will roll. I'm doing an instinct roll to see if I could. I rolled a 17 with hope. So
Oh, wow, that's so good. That's
They-
really good.
will hopefully give me the information that they know. So actually a 19 with hope. Pistachio will turn to the bird and go, "Hello, turd. Are you? What is this place?
Tweet, tweet. What's up? What's this place?
Yeah, what's
This is a
this?
forest. Don't you
Yeah.
see the trees?
Yeah, but what's
You
that?
silly little goose. What you want?
I'm not a goose.
Oh,
But
from up here, you look like a goose.
well-
you got a big long neck. You're walking and waddling around. Tweet, tweet.
no,
Don't you want to know what this place is? It's a forest, silly.
Yeah, but what's that dais thing?
Oh, I know instinctually what it is. It's a place of great power. I really like being near it. Makes me feel good.
Makes you feel good.
Yeah, being near it makes me feel good.
Do,
Tweet, tweet.
do, 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 do. It's not time for dancing, turd.
It's always time for dancing, especially when there's another bird around. You see any other turns? I'm trying to get some, you know what I mean? That's what I do as a bird.
Wow. Okay, remind me not to be a dodo. I
What you
like
talking
turn to
about?
everybody else. Remind me not to be a dodo in here. That turd is very horny.
Oh, you talking about dodos? Tweet, tweet.
Doesn't look like it
Yeah.
has horns to me.
Yeah.
What's it saying, Pistachio?
Oh, it's saying this is a place of great power.
Great power.
Are you
Great
talking to
power.
your friends over there?
Yeah.
Hey,
Do they know
Craig.
any good turns? I know any other fellow turns looking like me but different from me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to lay some eggs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't.
Tweet.
I know you have to further your species in
Exactly
any way
right.
possible.
It's really easy around here.
Not like the dodo.
Really easy around here?
Yeah, everything's fertile around here.
Everything's fertile?
Yeah,
Wow.
things grow real easy here. Tweet.
Like how easy?
Oh, real easy. Look around you. Did you know that this used to be a place that had a bunch of like big stones? Like someone put them there. Tweet, like a nest. But for people walking around on two legs.
Oh
I
wow.
love this fucking bird.
Yeah, and then it wasn't. Or at
Oh,
least that's what the ancestors tell me.
ha-
Ancestor.
okay. Have you touched the dais?
Oh no, I haven't done that. Tweet.
Why?
I'm not supposed to.
Why?
That's instinctually. I know I'm not the kind of person who's supposed to. There are people who are supposed to touch it, but I'm not one of them. Tweet.
Would you know internally if you were a person to touch the dais?
I don't know. I don't think it works reverse. Tweet.
Hmm. Pistachio looks towards the dais. Do they feel like a compelling need to touch it?
The same kind of compulsion that has pulled the three of you continues still.
I
Yeah,
want to
I
let
think-
Crank touch it.
Yeah, I think while Pistachio is talking to the bird, Crank is just gonna like step up and walk towards the altar.
Yeah. Cappy's watching Crank.
Crank, you step up on the altar. You step up on the dais. Pistachio, the bird, looks at Crank and says, "Oh, one person touched on the dais. Tweet. Time to go. Goodbye." The bird flies away.
Okay.
Crank, you stand on this dais. Nothing's different.
Mm.
You're still standing here.
I
I
will
don't feel
also-
anything.
No, you really don't.
I'm gonna walk forward and I'm gonna put my hand on the altar.
You put your hand on the altar and you feel a deep emptiness. There's something missing
In me or in the altar?
in this place.
In
Something's
this
missing.
place. Something's missing.
What do you mean?
Something's missing.
Okay.
I feel it.
Okay. All right. Come on, Pistachio.
Okay.
We also walk up.
Three of you walk up, all stepping onto the dais. There's a beat where nothing happens. Suddenly, bursting out of the bushes is a small gnome. He's got a big, bright, cheery face. He's got a beard that goes down to his navel. It's like a white beard. He's got a red conical hat. He's wearing like a green tunic. And he looks at all the three of you and says, "Well, look at here. Looks like we got some people on my dais."
Are you what's missing?
Oh, I've been here a long time. I'd know I'm missing if I couldn't find myself. What are the three of you doing here?
Standing on a dais.
Yeah, he's standing on my dais.
Okay. And what we'll get off. Do you want us off the dais?
No, you can stand on the dais if you want.
It's
I'm
a-
the one
it's-
supposed to clean it. I gotta clean it now, anyways.
Oh, it's a
You've
nice
walked
dais.
yourself. Thank you. I
It's
have worked
nice.
very hard on it.
Hey,
What
it's,
exactly is it?
It's a
What the fuck is
dais.
For what purpose?
Wait a minute. You don't know what this place is?
No.
No.
What are you doing here then?
We
Why are you
don't know.
here?
We found it.
You found it. You're just walking around and you stumbled upon it.
Yeah.
We were
Exactly.
You
pulled-
tripped on a
Actually-
rock, hit your head, and found yourself here in Wonderland, huh?
But it didn't hit my
Uh.
head, I don't think.
Oh, you don't think, eh?
I do think I have a screw loose, though. If you know a good machinist.
Well, though we all have a couple screws loose. Well, I haven't checked my old ticker in a while, but I don't think a machinist is going to help you get out of here.
What do you mean, get out of here?
Well, you came here randomly. According to the three of you, you told me you just stumbled upon this place randomly.
We were drawn to it.
Oh, you were drawn here. Wait. That changes the story. He kind of hops up on the altar and stands up really tall and says, "So the three of you were drawn here. Tell me about it. You had an experience? Did you have a dream?"
I
Oh,
look to Kapi.
God. Okay. Yes, I had the dream.
You had a dream,
Is
did
that-
you? Suddenly there's a spiral, like a tornado, and this guy is sitting on like a therapist chair. He has like his little legs crossed. He's got a little clipboard. The three of you are now laying down on like therapy couches.
Oh,
And he says, "So you had a dream, did you? Why don't you tell me about this dream you had? And tell me how it made you feel."
Well, I guess it all started when I was a kid. I think that, anyways, there was a acid burrower. We fought an acid burrower
Okay. All right.
recently in real life, not the dream.
Oh, this isn't the dream.
This
Okay. I
isn't
thought
the
we were
dream.
talking about
Well,
the dream.
The real life makes sense for the dream. I'm getting there.
Okay. No. Yeah.
It's
Don't
his
tell me.
first
I'm here to
time.
listen.
He has a process.
yes.
Of course.
We,
I'm here to
we
listen.
fought an acid burrower
Okay.
in real life,
Okay.
and then the acid burrower showed up in my dream. Your dream?
My dream, too.
Your dream?
My dream too.
Wow. Showed up in our dream, and it turned into the leader or the secretary owner of the building Adventurer Guild back in town. Are you familiar with Breckenroad?
Well, I can't say I am. Is that a kind of fruit?
It can't be that far. How long were we walking? Okay. Then we were in the clouds, and Crank fed wolves that started making out.
Oh yeah,
Very
they did
weird. It
start
was
making
very
out.
weird.
Then
Okay,
there was
alright.
bushes
Right.
with blackberries, I think, and or thorns.
Both, yeah.
Yeah, and what happened with your thing again?
Oh,
Oh, you were getting a rash.
Pistachio cut it down with a machete.
yeah.
That gave them a rash.
There were 4 sets of prints, right?
Yeah, there was 4 cents of prints.
Well, sometimes there were 3.
Sometimes there were 3.
But
Okay.
why were there 4?
I thought the acid burrower.
Those were the times that you carried it.
Oh,
We carried the acid burrow. Why would we do
Yes,
that?
It seems so. Well, as you know, dreams
Oh.
are very important. This is a world of myths and magic, and so dreams should be taken incredibly seriously.
I've
This
never
is
had a
very good
dream
stuff.
before.
Really? You haven't had a dream before?
No, we don't
Wow.
really dream.
Must be pretty light up there, huh? Titanium, more like aluminum, am I right?
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Well, you know, that's an old one. That's an old joke. You kids won't understand it. You're too young.
Then we saw the sparkle.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you saw Sparkle?
We
Oh,
saw the
Sparkle Dodgy.
sparkle.
Ooh.
Also, Cappy's been lying to all of us, and I think that there's a deeper meaning with that, but we can address that later.
Oh, so your name's
Cappy's
Cappy.
been lying?
Well, he said he didn't see the sparkle and he didn't have the dream, and now he did.
I feel so betrayed.
Are you lying to your friends there, Blue Cowboy?
All right, friends,
You walk around with 3 people in the woods and you stumble upon a dais from a dream you all shared and you're confused if you're friends or not?
I'm in charge of protecting
Yeah, you
them.
are. Sure you are, you big bag of beans.
It's important to me that they are protected because that is my job as the senior member at the Adventurers Guild.
Okay, well, those words don't mean much to me, but they seem to mean a lot to you, so I'll let you keep those in your heart and your mind.
Okay. What?
Well, it seems like we're having a discussion of what our dreams are, but it seems like there's something else going on here. It seems like you 3 have a lot of things that you're trying to work out right now, and I'm here to help. I'm just here to
We
listen.
have a lot of things, but I think number 1, we need to really understand what this place is because it drew us here. It was like a magnet.
Okay, well, I see. You know, these things happen these ways, so I can let this slide. So the 3 of you have stumbled upon here. Okay. So let me talk a little bit about myself then, as most conversations are good to start with. So I am the caretaker of this place. This is the Sage's Grove.
What's your name?
My name is Percival Anachronisms, and I'm the caretaker of this here Sage's Grove. This is a place of power. You see, back long ago, back in the day when I was but a young sprout, was walking around, it was an old time ago, when the gods walked among us. That's right. You've probably heard of the 9 gods. It used to be they'd walk around just like any of us, toddling around, saying things. Sage would often come here and preach on wisdom. Say things like, we need to live a balanced life, or we need to take care of nature as it takes care of us, or beer before liquor, never sicker. You know, things like that. Bits of wisdom that it's good to have. And, well, as you know, as the history tends to go, the gods eventually left. But this place remained for a long time. There used to be a temple here, but, you know, once Sage's relic was taken, it sort of crumbled down. I'm just the caretaker, you see. I'm not here to defend it. I take care of it, you know. I dust off the dust. I leaf off the leaves. I bug the bugs away, and I stick the sticks up my ass so that they aren't littering all over the dais. You understand? Does that make sense to all of you?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, Percival.
Yeah, that's my name.
Great. I love what you've done with the place.
Of course. I do a great job of it.
Who is Sage?
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Hang
I
on.
think Sage is one of the 9 gods.
Do you not know who the
From
9
what I
gods?
understood.
Thank you, Tall, Dark, and Titanium.
I remember like roughly in like primary school at some
Oh
point.
my.
Yeah, Sage is one of the 9 gods, Cappy.
Yeah, well,
You're what are these kids? Yeah, you telling me they don't teach you about the gods? I'm guessing they don't. What?
I didn't go to school. I don't know. But
You
I
didn't
have
go to
read a lot of
school?
books.
They did,
What?
but it was one of the classes that is easily skippable.
Next thing you're gonna tell me is they didn't even teach you about the Great Seep.
The what?
The what?
The
You don't
what?
know about the Great Seep? Oh, my God. Well, I'm certainly not going to tell you. You need to do a bit of your own investigative research, it seems. Put a little gum on your shoes and walk around and try and figure out your own questions, why don't you? Gracious. By the nine, by Sage's ballsack. This is terrible. You three have disappointed me greatly.
Oh no.
Oh, what is the
Well,
world
have you
come
happened to be disappointed by a blue man with horns lately?
Blue man with horns. I can't say. Well, I've met a lot of people in my day.
Have you
I've
met
pro-
anyone in the past 2 days?
Well, see, that's the problem. The time doesn't really mean much to me anymore because I've been here for so long that, to me, this has been so fast. This has been a whirlwind. Not a lot happens, you see. I don't really know what a year feels like anymore. So, tough. But I'm sure sometime in my history I have seen a man with horns who is also blue. However, I cannot for any certainty say I've seen one recently.
Wait, is this a trap too? Is this a time loop
Oh.
that we are stuck in?
You're right. This is a time loop. He spins around and you're standing on the edge of the dais and he's standing on the altar and says, "What are you three doing here? How'd you get here?"
Oh,
What?
oh no.
Oh,
Oh crap.
I'm just kidding. It's not a time loop. I'm just
Oh
messing with you.
god. Oh no.
Don't worry, goat hands. It's
Oh.
fine.
Goat hands.
Pistachio's very sensitive. You really have to be careful with them.
Goat hands.
Yeah, you got goat hands.
I don't have goat hands. I have front hands.
Sure you do. Haven't you seen a goat? You know what its hands look like?
I
That's what your
do.
feet look like. You got goat hands for feet.
Those are my feet. Not my hands.
Yeah, they look like goat hands.
Oh god.
Don't you worry your little bean
Oh.
about it.
I'm worried more than a bead about it.
Well, all right.
Can you
So
help
you
us or not?
well,
This is starting to seem like a dead end, Kapi.
I think it's a trap.
oh, you can't have a little fun these days with the uneducated types. So you three don't know the name of the nine gods, and you don't know what the Great Seep is. Oh, all right. Well, I guess I'm
Looking
gonna.
for a blue man with horns. That's the only
I don't
reason
know a
we're
blue
here.
man with horns, but listen, if you're here, that means very specifically that destiny has concentrated itself around the threads of fate that surround your being. All right.
That
The
was
laws
a
of
lot
co-
of prepositions.
the
I
co-
don't know if I'm following.
Listen, well, maybe if you spoke less and listened more, the gods gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Actually, I have auditory sensors. I don't have ears.
Oh my goodness. You know what audio sensors are, but you don't know what the Great Seep is, I swear. Next thing is you're going to tell me that you understand the laws of momentum.
I do understand the laws of momentum.
Oh, do you now?
Mhm.
Oh,
And I will
okay.
pick up. I'll pick up the gnome
Oh,
and I'll say,
picked up.
applying a force to an object creates momentum, and I'll just toss him.
he hits a tree and he like flats like spread eagle on it and then falls down.
Oh.
And then a branch falls from the tree and lands on him.
Oh.
Oh
And he has a
no.
big oof. Wow, that was fun.
Oh.
So, all right, he brushes himself off and steps back on a dais and says, all right, all of that to say is that there are certain individuals during times of crisis. Let me put it in words. So you know how sometimes the monsters get a little worse around here, animals seem vital, people start getting blood hungry, wars happen, people kill each other. You know how that happens every so often? Well, during these times of crisis, certain individuals are I've come to not like the word chosen, so I'm not going to say chosen because it's really not chosen because some people don't even know it's happened. But I'm going to say that certain individuals are bound by the laws of fate together due to the, we'll say, lingering deific powers that still exist within the world today. All right. None so more so than the great relics of the nine, right? So, these individuals that seem to be such as yourselves have a couple benefits with this. They often find themselves in the middle of crazy things happening, right? First and foremost. You tend to grow up more powerful at a quicker rate. If I was to use a word for it, perhaps leveling up happens a little quicker for them than normal people. Perhaps they can survive worse blows, But, what it all stems from, really, a lot of people don't know this, but, I'm here to teach you something. And what I'm going to teach you is this, that back when the gods were walking around, they actually had servants that would follow them around. They would act as their confidants, their silly rabbits, their muses, their steeds. And they were known as dodos, the very dodos themselves.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Dodos?
Yes, dodos. They were very brave. A lot of people don't know this. The issue is, though, they were very populous back in the day, especially up north. However, once the gods left, the dodos' whole purpose kind of left with them. So they just sort of began existing instead of living. And so, eventually they sort of just went extinct because what purpose did they have? But their spirit does live on. Like I said, certain individuals find the tides of fate grow strong around them. And, those individuals, we often call them DodoBorne. Booyah! Cue the music! Hit the music button! That's right! Cue the music! There we go! That's right! You all thought that there would be made up words that didn't mean anything, that we were just sitting around, and we just came up with this word out of nowhere. But no, there was a plan the whole time, you people. Don't ever doubt the power of stories. That's right, it's me, your GM, Isaac Allen Burns, telling you everything has purpose. No such thing as coincidence, people. That's right, keep your eyes and ears open. I'm 2 steps ahead of you at all times. When you think you got me figured out, I'm 5 steps ahead of you.
Oh my god!
I actually can't fucking believe that you made. I never saw it coming. I truly
Never saw it coming.
I didn't think that there was ever gonna be a real meaning out. That was actually incredible.
Absolutely. Now we're gonna, yeah, I'm glad. It's good. And I think that's where it's a good place to end our session today, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to DodoBorne. Before we go, I just want to thank Darrington Press for being so wonderful in creating this game. We love it so much. And, as they say in Voldane, squawk you later.
Squawk.
Squawk!
Squawk.
Hey, it's a podcast.